Hello everyone, it's JD here, and today we are taking apart a Nissan Skyline center console unit to replace the radio. And this is on a manual version, so let's see how we go. So first off, there's one screw right behind the little cigarette box thing. So you just take that out. I always leave my screws and my extra stuff in the cup holder because it's easier. Then you should be able to pry out from the corner where the shift knob and the brake is, and you can just take that off. Then there are two screws right here that you need to take off as well, and it looks like one of the grounds isn't connected to that screw, so we might have to do that when we get a chance, because that's not very nice. Now this is the hard part. We've undone the screws, and this is what I got stuck on last time with my radio. With my radio, you can't really take it off. Like, the reason being is you got to actually pry this off, and to pry that off you actually got to get to the vent. So I got a pair of long tweezers, and you're supposed to get into the middle. I think it's like somewhere there. You can kind of see through the gaps. There might be like two little things, so I'll have to show you in a second. To get it in there and then pry it down, and then it should just pop off like so, and then you can just like pry that bit out, and that's how you get the air vent out. There's like a clip mechanism in the middle which you got to kind of put it over and pry down to get to, and I didn't realize that with mine, so I actually called an auto electrician in, and it was $150 for the job, and it was really unnecessary because I even had the harness. Where did you put the harness?
Right here.
Because I even had the JVC harness for my JVC radio, but he just wired it. I paid extra for him to just wire it straight to the original wires. So if I had realized this sooner, I would have saved myself $150. So once you've pried out the air vents, you need to pry out the climate controls, which is pretty easy. There's just two more screws up here. So you just turn those. They're actually pretty loose, so it's probably been done before, or at least been done recently. And it's always good to have a magnetic screwdriver. Oh shit, that's in the way. Yeah, it's always good to have a magnetic screwdriver because it saves you a lot of time and puzzling around. There we go. So those are all the screws you need, and then you can just practically just wiggle it out, I think. Yep, there you go. And then you've got your head unit out, which was the hardest part for me because back when I bought my Skyline, there were no tutorials to teach me this, and this is going to be hard. I think we need to unplug it first. But as I was saying, there were no tutorials at the time when I got my car to teach me this, so the lack of communication, it really made it harder and more expensive for me. Anyway, let's get this out. So basically these cables have a small pin, which you can't really see from there. There we go. So it's got a small pin which you got to push down while you're pulling it out.
Let me try to plier.
Plier?
Yeah.
Where's... oh, it's here. Could probably use the pliers to take it out too. This could also work. So just push the plier down while you're pulling these out. I'll just probably do it this way. So like one... there we go. See? Now we've got the other plug out. I think pliers are probably a better use for it, especially if you're doing it one or two-handed, because you can put more force down on the pin and not slip it each time. So that's the easiest way to get rid of the pins. And now the next bit is to unhook the radio and put the new head unit in. With a little bit of persuasion, we got the radio out, and you might want to keep that because that is, I think that's an OEM radio.
Yeah, it's from Nissan.
Yeah, it's a Nissan radio. So these ones will be pretty rare, so keep a hold of that. That's pretty cool. Anyway, we are going to now get the new radio in and see if we can fit the plugs to the adapters. Okay, now for the final step, we've got to plug in the adapter to the original ISO cables. So then we've got to plug the red ISO, which is 4-prong, into this one, which should... This is a big rip actually. Is this even the right one? What the So after recording this video, I realized that I forgot to get the Nissan to ISO cable, which is supposed to connect the JVC to ISO cable together. So That kind of screwed us up, but we got it working and now the radio is up and running. So thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.